Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we have an XXL market or altcoin update. We will likely look at over 20 altcoins that I am currently keeping a close eye on, which in my opinion have the greatest potential for the upcoming bull run and have proven themselves the strongest throughout the entire summer slump. I have also prepared some charts here. We can see that the last few months have not been particularly good for the overall crypto market. We experienced a strong summer slump, and some altcoins from 2021 have significantly bled out. Nevertheless, I am of course taking advantage of the current market phase and the current market situation for potential buybacks, as well as for altcoins that can be monitored more closely. How have different altcoins performed over the past few months? Especially during bad market phases, it often becomes clear which altcoins will perform the strongest in the upcoming bull run. Therefore, in today's video, we will take a look at specific altcoins. So please leave a like and subscribe to my work here. It would greatly support me, especially in such market phases. I know it is difficult at the moment. Many altcoins are bleeding out, and especially for altcoin investors, such market phases are extremely bitter and do not feel particularly good. On-chain data shows how some market investors are being chased out, with retail investors being flushed out of the market while smart money is positioning itself at this time. The story is repeating itself just as it did in the last cycle. Nevertheless, it is simply important to remain steadfast now, to have this psychological resilience and to stay active in the market while taking advantage of the current prices. Therefore, today we will take a closer look at some altcoins. Here is the first altcoin right away, so you know how today's video is structured. We will first look at the high caps, the safe bets that I believe can be bought blindly at this point. Then we will gradually move on to the smaller altcoins. We will later take a look at some smaller hidden gems that I am currently keeping a close eye on, such as OpenGPU. We will discuss that later. At the very end, we will also talk about memes, and I want to make it clear that I am not paid by any of these meme projects. This should be stated, because it can often give the impression that one is being paid when discussing memes. In this case, that is not the case. We're really talking about meme compositions that could potentially play out well over the next few months. Especially specific bets like the US goods, Trump coins, or other coins could be very interesting. Towards the end, we will take another look at complete hidden gems, meaning projects that are still in their early stages and have just been launched. In today's video, we are essentially moving forward from lower risk to increasingly higher risk. So, it should definitely be mentioned here that you should be prepared for everything that is coming your way in today's video. First of all, the earlier projects are more suited for beginners, for investors who do not yet have a solid foundation in their portfolio. In my opinion, Near Protocol is one of the top projects of 2021, moving strongly towards AI, and is an extremely good layer 1, currently ranking as one of the best at number 20. In my opinion, it is completely justified that this run will perform well. Currently, with a market cap of 4 billion, I believe it is quite possible that we could see a good 5 times return from this point onward. So, it really is quite feasible. So 5 times and would be 20 billion, which is good. Realistically, we will see Protocol perform well in the last bull run. Often, I am not a fan of buying up old projects, especially ones like XRP, Cardano, or similar. Generally, projects from the last cycle, but there have been significant developments with Neo Protocol over the past few months. They have strongly developed towards AI, and this is naturally reflected in the price. Therefore, I still see Neo Protocol, even though it is considered an older project, as still narrative and relevant, and also significant for the upcoming cycle. Next is the project Casper, an absolutely strong project. It is like the digital silver when compared to Bitcoin, which is seen as digital gold. I really like it based on the fundamentals and also in general from the core of investors. A real hype and a strong community have formed around the project, and I like it a lot. It is a very healthy foundation to build upon, even for the upcoming cycle. Here too, with a market cap of 4 billion, I believe there is still a lot of potential. Personally, I see K-Pair reaching $1 in the upcoming bull run, which would be a 5 to 10 times increase over the next cycle in the coming months. This is my personal price prediction, of course, not financial advice. There are no guarantees, but these are just my assessments. A large part of the circulating supply is already available, and the chart looks fantastic. It's truly a dream, something that is really rare, especially considering that we are facing a strong summer slump. Some altcoins have been heavily punished, but Casper is consistently performing well, which is why I see a solid foundation for the upcoming cycle. Therefore, Casper is an absolute top project. The next project, Bittensaw, is the leading player in the AI sector, and I really like it. A lot is being built on Bittensaw, and there is a lot happening in the Bittensaw ecosystem. Many projects run over Bittensaw's subnets, making it a complete giant. It serves as the foundation for many projects, and I see a lot of potential here. 2 billion is nothing. If AI really takes off, it could become one of the top players. From my current perspective, I also see a 10 times increase for BitTensor regarding my personal price prediction. We consistently find strong support around $230 to $240, which I believe offers great entry opportunities. I've mentioned in other videos that under $250 I consider BitTensor to be a good price. The next project, Signally, currently has a market cap of $130 million, and I featured it more often in my videos lately because I really like the project. We see an absolutely healthy chart here, again providing the perfect foundation. Throughout the entire summer slump, we have broken through one all-time high after another, and we are currently in a relatively good consolidation phase. I see enormous potential here as well, with most of the supply already available, so there won't be significant inflation coming our way. It has continued to develop throughout the summer, which is a good indicator that it will perform well in the upcoming cycle. Therefore, Signally is an absolute top AI project. Mantra has also proven itself strongly. In today's video, I am focusing only on projects that have proven themselves well during the summer slump, because they represent the perfect foundation for the upcoming upswing. Mantra is also part of the RWA narrative. I also made the detailed RWA ranking video for August here. You can also check out 2001, as I included some of them. It is an absolute top project, just like Prop. In this case, the next project would be a bit smaller at 110 million, but here the circulating supply is fully available. We have a relatively good phase of bottom formation, and I see perfect opportunities for growth here. I personally just bought back in regarding Poppy, which has brought the tokenization of real estate onto the blockchain. Also, there is a really good project that is currently available at a significant discount, but as we can see from October, we are still enjoying a good 5 times profit. Yes, in that case, I didn't invest back then. I don't want to present myself as the ultimate trader or anything like that, so I hope that doesn't come across wrong. What I want to make clear is that I often compare many projects with each other, looking at where the projects were before the upswing, especially during the March and April upswing. Often we see that some projects are now returning to their previous levels, but there are also some projects that have established a higher floor afterward, meaning they are not returning to their previous levels. This is of course a positive sign, and that's why I included Proppy here as well. I see a lot of potential. I also mentioned it in the last RWA ranking video, so feel free to tune in as I said. I also included Goldfinch, which is currently performing very well. Over the last 2 to 3 months, we have seen a strong phase of bottom formation here as well, and it is generally very strong in terms of its use case. This is of course also reflected in the chart performance. We can see it here based on the use case itself. Otherwise, just tune in to the RWA ranking video that I recorded, where I go into more detail. Here you can see it's a kind of decentralized lending platform where you can essentially borrow capital. Otherwise, the next project, Maple, is in my opinion the perfect competitor to Ondo, somewhat like the better Ondo in quotation marks. Yes, I think everyone knows Ondo, but here we also see a relatively good price performance. Throughout the entire summer, we did not experience strong sell-offs. We had a relatively good consolidation phase. Of course, one could also view the whole situation critically and wonder why this interim rally hasn't really taken place. In March and April, we didn't really see a strong price performance here, but nonetheless, in my opinion, it's a good chart, especially a very healthy chart, a solid foundation on which we can build. I also really like the tokenomics of the project itself. A market cap of 71 million is not particularly high. It seems to me that there is some kind of accumulation phase taking place for the upcoming cycle. And I also think you can invest well here when you have such a stable chart. That's why I wanted to include it in today's video. Simply for charting reasons, the entire project looks very good. From a fundamental perspective, I have also analyzed the whole project and I like it very much, which is why Maple is one of the top favorites when it comes to RWA. Now we come to one of the biggest hidden gems in recent times. Here, I definitely don't want to make any guarantees, but recently there have been rumors that Alex Becker, yes, for those who don't know him, just Google him, but I think a large part of you knows Alex Becker, and I've received information that possibly Alex Becker is involved here with insider wallets, or with one of his wallets, he bought OpenGPU here. 2001 is a complete hidden gem. It is essentially in the deep sector of decentralized physical infrastructure networks, where GPU computing power is provided in a decentralized manner to train AIs. Yes, similar to Render, like Akash Network, as we also know from other projects. We can take a look at it. From the website, it is essentially powering the future of AI and crypto, but in this case, it is a bit more. It goes beyond the typical deepen, meaning the usual typical GPU cloud computing. We have some additional features here. I can gladly record a detailed deep dive for you. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe. You can also write in the comments with the hashtag OpenGPU. Then I can gladly do a detailed deep dive here because I really like the whole project in general. I am not being paid by OpenGPU or anything like that, so I don't want to praise it too highly. But what I can see here is that we have an extremely strong foundation. We have rumors that Alex Becker may have bought in, and we have really been seeing this for months, since weeks, months in this case. If we look at the date, since the 18th of June, Yes, so for about 3 to 4 months, we have had a consolidation phase with consistently higher highs and higher lows. If we break the interim low of 0.50, then we will see another pump. The interim lows are getting higher, and it almost seems to me like a kind of charging phase for an exponential upswing. I can well imagine that OpenGPU will reach several hundred million in market capitalization over the course of the cycle, possibly even 5, 6, 7, or 800 million, or even more when we look at where it currently stands. We can take a look at several billion, so this could also be quite possible with OpenGPU. The whole thing is, of course, a project like OpenGPU is either a top or a flop, but we also see it here with render at 2 billion at the current time. We were at one point also at 4 to 5 billion. This shows what the competition is doing and what is possible in comparison to the competition. That's why everyone should take a closer look at OpenGPU. I really like it a lot lately, just like Octaspace, which is also a deep project. Here too we have an incredibly strong chart, always with higher highs and higher lows. I have often presented this on my YouTube channel. I actually called OpenGPU back when it was around $60 to $70. Are happy to check out my old videos, but nonetheless, I still see great potential in Octaspace. We are still completely at the beginning here, so $40 million is absolutely nothing. The chart looks very healthy, which is why I have mentioned this top project several times before. Now let's move on to the next project, which is actually a new project. I'll be honest with you, I'm usually not a big fan of exchange coins. We also see this with Binance or other coins from 2021, because in my opinion, the hype and narrative around exchange coins were more of a last cycle phenomenon. In my opinion, different narratives are relevant this cycle, but we can still take a look at COINEX token. Just so you know, this is my partner exchange. I don't want it to come across the wrong way. Just because it's my partner exchange, I'm not going to push this project to the sky or anything like that. However, the facts are on the table. We see here on the yearly view really one all-time high after another, so the chart speaks for itself. In 2021, I was really surprised how it could be that other exchange coins are completely crashing. I don't want to speak poorly about other exchanges or exchange coins, but it is a fact that 90% of the other exchange coins are completely failing. How can it be that COINEX's own Z-coin or CET is making one all-time high after another? I was quite astonished. I took a look at the fundamentals, which you can also see on the website. We can take a look here and we see that 71% is completely burned. To be honest, I was also surprised at first how this could be. We currently have 7% in circulating supply, which at first glance doesn't make a good impression, especially when there are still 93% left in the vesting phases. Generally in the inflation distribution, but if we take a look here, we see that the majority has already been burned and is continuously being burned, so we have a clear burning mechanism here, which I really like, as it also reduces the supply of the coins over time, and therefore it is secondary in nature. It doesn't really matter if it says 7% here or whatever, because the majority has already been burned, so we don't need to worry about potential inflation payouts. That's why the result here is a bit distorted when you see 7%. The majority has been burned, which I really like. I don't want to completely promote it just so you buy the coin. As I mentioned, it is my partner exchange, so there is a personal interest involved. However, I can genuinely recommend COINEX and their in-house coin because I really like it. Yes, the chart speaks for itself. Of course, you don't necessarily have to invest right now, but you can still consider building a small position. You also get some benefits if you hold the coin, as you can see down here with these CET privileges that you have. Therefore, it's definitely worth considering. For those who don't have an account on COINEX yet, feel free to use the link in my video description. New users currently receive 60 UCT cashback, so you can definitely take advantage of this opportunity, which would also support me and my channel. Next up is the project for 2021, and now we are going to touch a bit on the meme segment. We can take a look at PopCat here. I want to mention, as I have in the other videos, that I won't go into detail about the individual meme coin itself, but rather just briefly show the chart and say a couple of sentences about why I like this meme. Why everything looks very clean from a technical chart perspective here. PopCat is performing extremely well, hitting one all-time high after another with higher highs and higher lows, which I really like. A market cap of 600 million is definitely something to take advantage of. I have it in my own portfolio. Similarly, Mock has a similar chart, and we currently have very good entry opportunities here as well. The current market cap of 300 million is also a meme coin that has established itself a bit over time, and some smart money is also in their wallet. So, hello. MAGA Trump is personally a bet for me on the upcoming US elections. In my opinion, one should position themselves in a timely manner now. Among the various mega coins, this is not the only one. We can take a look, and there are also several others. There are now hundreds, even thousands of mega and Trump coins. Of course, one should ideally focus on the 1 to 3 best coins here. There is also this other one with this cap, which I think is fine. It's like the second best, and in this case also the second largest, so that can certainly be considered. Here we also have a kind of loading phase over the last month. and we can see how it is naturally increasing, especially if the chances are good that Trump should win. This is also my personal tactic to buy now. I have already bought into MAGA and I will sell a partial tranche, a partial position, just before the goods, simply to hedge myself in case Trump does not win, because then the coins will logically drop significantly. Therefore, one should definitely be careful and ideally mark it in the calendar when buying such meme coins, especially those political meme coins that are now dependent on the elections, so one must definitely be cautious. Then Ponky, for me also a very good meme, 130 million is therefore also a leveraged bet on Solana for me personally. If Solana makes 1, 2 or 3 times its value, then Ponky will make a new or 10 times its value. It's really, as one can generally see, also true for meme coins, SOS EOS, especially meme coins that run on certain chains, like Bonk for example, or Resistance stock. When TON makes 1 or 2 times its value, the corresponding meme coin on the blockchain, for example Resistance, can make 5 times. So, the meme coins are essentially leveraged bets on the main coins, yes, on the respective chain. So, if Solana, as mentioned earlier, makes a 2x, Ponky might make a 5x or whatever. That's roughly how the whole game works with meme coins. That's how you can imagine it. Therefore, if one sees a lot of potential in Solana, Ponky can also be included as it is essentially the leveraged bet on Solana. Then NPC is also a good meme for me, simply because everyone knows NPC, yes, so it's so prevalent in everyday language, and that's why, as soon as the complete retail investors come in, NPC is one of the first memes, the first words that come to the minds of the general public. Therefore, I can well imagine that NPC continues to receive good attention. The chart is beautiful. A 2021 moment with a parabolic rise, reaching one all-time high after another. Currently, we are in an interim consolidation phase, so I think those who missed an entry point have another opportunity to add. Some smart money is invested in NPC. Then the next meme, Mumu, the bull has also been strongly pumped, a single exit during summer slump, and now it has come back again. I have also considered buying back the first tranches, as good prices are forming here again. There is a nice foundation here, a nice support level that we are currently at. The next project, Andy, is also one of the Boys Club memes, so similar to Brett. It's worth taking a look, and that's why I see a lot of potential regarding Andy. A market cap of 65 million is nothing, so now referring to Andy, and also Brad had experienced a strong hype beforehand. The same could potentially happen with Andy. Now let's talk about the next meme, which is Nairo, currently experiencing a strong pump again. It's crazy, especially right now as I record this video, hitting one all-time high after another. However, we have also seen an incredibly strong sell-off recently. We were also bitterly punished here, but you could say it's like the sister of Doge. That's why there was also a strong hype around Nairo in the meantime. I see a lot of potential here, especially since the meme was just launched during the complete summer slump. I think that when the next meme season breaks out, Nairo will also benefit significantly, and 67 million is really not much in terms of market cap. Additionally, there are actually some smart money investors involved here as well. I can gladly make an extra video about what I specifically mean by smart money investors. It is also very interesting to see on the blockchain, often from insider wallets, which simply receive information earlier than others and therefore make significantly better trades. And that's why you can track such wallets, specifically these smart money wallets, and simply observe which coins are being bought up, and among them is Nairo, which is also a meme coin. Next is the project PayPay, particularly in relation to the whole topic of China and crypto, which may potentially want to unleash crypto now. If China is back in the crypto market, then PayPay could become the largest meme coin in connection with the entire China narrative. Then Sharp AI, these are the hidden gems we can take a quick look at the very end of the video. Shop AI was launched at the end of August, and it is still completely fresh. Such projects can either be a total success or a complete flop, because when you find such hidden gems during the entire summer slump, it really is a situation where it either makes 100x or completely dies off. That's why I wanted to include it here. I am not paid by Shop AI, so it should be mentioned that it is basically a complete AI-powered crypto super app. They are also extremely big on Twitter, and I have actually been following this project for months. So, I discovered this project months ago, in March or April, and back then I was already asking myself when this project would finally launch, and now it has actually happened. I'll be honest with you, I missed the launch. I only saw on Twitter that they have launched now, which surprises me a lot. From the project's perspective, it's incredibly foolish to launch during the summer slump. So I can assure you, if Sharp AI had postponed the launch, for example to October, November or December, when that parabolic upswing really happens, they would easily launch with a market cap of 20 million and higher. However, in this case, they are heavily penalized because there is no liquidity during the summer slump. Therefore, yes, it could definitely be a good opportunity to buy the dip here. I'm still considering it. I'm not invested yet, but I wanted to include it in today's video anyway. Similar to Wisdom AI, which is something like ChatGPT but focused on crypto, it also launched during the complete summer slump and is currently at rock bottom. It could potentially be interesting. I really like it based on the parameters. There's also a public team behind it, so there's quite a bit going on regarding this project. The use case is really great in my opinion, but it also launched during the complete summer slump. Here we have a market cap of 2 million, which is really a complete top or flop situation, so you retail investors need to be extremely cautious. Just like with the last project, I also discovered on Twitter something that I personally found very exciting, namely artificial supercomputer. They currently have a node sale, which is very interesting to me, especially when projects are doing node sales right now, just before the bull run. Because if you buy a node here, we can take a look. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was shown somewhere, and I believe it was represented as estimated ASC, which are basically the in-house coins produced by the nodes. Yes, rewards per node per month are 2,445 coins per node produced each month. And if this project launches in the middle of the bull run and you already had a node from back in the summer, then it could really take off here. But you definitely have to be extremely careful, be very cautious. I can really only recommend that you pay attention because there are also some node projects that never go live or anything like that. That's why I am always very cautious here. I have already presented other notable projects on my YouTube channel, some of which I have also invested in myself. It's really a complete top or flop situation. Either this thing skyrockets with a 1000x or whatever because you farmed some coins through the whole not sell. It's really a top or flop situation with the rating itself, which either produces coins or the project completely fails. So one really has to be careful. I still wanted to include it in today's video because it is extremely exciting, simply because it also covers some narratives. Here AI RWA gaming with a Telegram minigame ecosystem. So the narrative itself fits well. Of course, one has to wait and see how individual projects will perform, but I still found it extremely exciting and interesting. As for the no, it will only run for a few more days in this case, so we definitely need to see how everything develops. Otherwise, that's actually it for all the projects. I hope you enjoyed today's projects. Make sure to write in the comments what you think. First, when the bull run will continue, and second, which projects you believe are the strongest at this current time in 2021. Which projects have proven themselves best during this long summer slump? Please share your thoughts in the comments. I would be extremely interested. Otherwise, of course, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I would be really happy and it would also support my work. I sincerely thank you for your attention and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.